What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft video. This one, guys, we're going to be talking about StarCraft 3. Yes, guys, I wanted to make this video simply because no one's talking about StarCraft 3. The big question and topic of the day is, where is StarCraft 3? Now, guys, I know I don't make videos much like this on the YouTube channel, but I definitely plan on making more videos in regard to StarCraft 3 for a number of reasons, but the main one being that I believe we as a community need to echo StarCraft 3 into existence. So let's talk about it. Guys, StarCraft 3 is a game that I believe needs to be made. It needs to truly continue the legacy of StarCraft and the series that we all have grown to love and admire. And for many of us, it's our favorite game out there. It's the best real-time strategy game on the planet. It's really the real-time strategy game of our time. I would love to see a continuation of the series, of course. So there's a few things here, guys. Between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, there was a 12-year gap in between there. So we are just surpassing now the 9-year anniversary of StarCraft 2. So we are talking 9 years here. It was about 12 years between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. So where can we expect StarCraft 3? Here's the thing. It's probably going to be a little while until we really start seeing gameplay and footage of StarCraft 3. But the one thing that I believe we need to do as a community is really try to echo StarCraft 3 into development over at Blizzard. And so it very well might already be in development, guys, but it's hard to tell. Of course, with Blizzard, they're always very secretive about their projects. And if we know Blizzard well by now, they do take a long time to create their projects and, really make them as good as possible. So StarCraft 3 will certainly be worth the wait, I believe, if we have to wait the full 12 years. If we're going based on, StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2, 12 years, StarCraft 2 to StarCraft 3, are we going to be waiting another 12 years? Or is it going to be 12 years, in between those two, or is it going to be more like 10? So I would not be surprised, guys, if we hear about StarCraft 3 this year at BlizzCon or the following year, which would be 2020 BlizzCon. One or the other, I believe we are going to hear something about StarCraft 3. If we don't hear anything about StarCraft 3 between this upcoming BlizzCon in 2019 or the BlizzCon of 2020, I'd start getting a little bit concerned about it as far as, is it going to happen? Simply because, generally speaking, Blizzard will release at least somewhat of a slate or an idea of 1 to 2 games that they are working on, at least. And a lot of times those games won't come out a couple of years later. So it's usually a little while after they get announced that they'll actually be released to the public. So I would believe that with StarCraft 3, I would say the longest we're going to have to wait would probably be 12 years. I actually think that there's a chance that we may see StarCraft 3 before that 12 years, maybe at the 10-year or the 11-year, something along those lines. We'll have to kind of wait and see. The couple of things I want to talk about here is really, number one, is StarCraft 3 going to be an RTS? So is it going to be a real-time strategy game, which I believe it needs to be, but, there's been a lot of talk and speculation that it may not even be a real-time strategy game as StarCraft 3. It may not, have anything to do with the StarCraft 2 story, and it may completely shy away from that as far as the campaign is concerned. That second thing, like I said, is really the campaign. So is the campaign going to be in the same storyline, or is it going to be completely different? And, of course, real-time strategy, I want to see it be a real-time strategy. I don't know about all of you, but I would love to see the continuation of real-time strategy, because we don't see the real-time strategy as much as I think we should be as far as just, game development goes as a whole. I would love to see more RTS games developed, and StarCraft is the best of them all, in my opinion. So please continue that, Blizzard. I'd also say, guys, that a lot of what weighs on StarCraft 3 being developed would also depend on what's happening in esports at that time. Now, esports is continuing to grow, but one big question I have is, with StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1, it's based around one person, so 1v1s, right? You can also do 2v2s, 3v3s, all of these other, game modes, but the esports scene is centered around 1v1s. In my opinion, I believe the 1v1, there's nothing like it in all of esports, which is it's an incredible competitive scene within StarCraft. Would I like to see it expanded? I would. I would love to see, guys, 1v1s, but I'd also love to see like 3v3s or 4v4s as far as an esports side to kind of expand upon the scene. But I also believe that even though we all love the 1v1 scene, the 4v4 scene may be a lot more popular than the 1v1 scene simply because it's team-based, and more people tend to like watching the team-based esports scene more so than just a 1v1. So when you look at all of the biggest esports titles out there, you look at League of Legends, you look at Dota, you look at Overwatch, you look at Call of Duty, all of these are team-based games. Sure, StarCraft is kind of one of a kind, where it's a 1v1 scenario. And there's other games, of course, that are 1v1, but StarCraft 2 is definitely one of the biggest when it comes to 1v1. I just believe if they expand on that, I think it would really help the esports scene, because we know what's happened in the past with StarCraft 2. And that leads me to pretty much my last thing, guys, that I want to talk about here. Why we need to echo StarCraft 3 into existence is because StarCraft 2, it started off great, and then of course there was a lot of, different things that happened within the world of esports with StarCraft that really hurt it. Whether that's match fixing or, just cheating that was going on within the scene that really hurt StarCraft. It's more so, of course, StarCraft 2 that it really hurt, but that really hurt the scene because, a lot of sponsors started to leave and, and advertisers and such. And so it really hurt StarCraft 2. So StarCraft 3 would be a new, rejuvenated StarCraft where we kind of have a fresh start, so to speak. So you have, let's just say, another 10 years of StarCraft, which is really the main thing. It's like we're going to get 10 more years of StarCraft, which of course you can get with StarCraft 2, but it would be great to see what they can do over at Blizzard, because I believe Blizzard is one of the best developers in the world. What can they do with StarCraft 3 to make it even better than StarCraft 2? And that is the big question. And I just think that it would be a fresh start, and it would be a really good move for Blizzard to continue it. But we guys as a community have got to be the ones really pushing this and trying to reach out to Blizzard and try to echo this game into existence, because I think it would be absolutely huge for us as a community. And no one's talking about it. So let's start talking about it, guys. And that's what I plan on doing on the YouTube channel, talking about some StarCraft 3 stuff, continuing the StarCraft 2 casting, and then, of course, continuing StarCraft 2, and then hopefully moving into StarCraft 3. I hope you guys did all enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.